Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back with a Cole's Notes version here of Bill Chase in the Movies, episode 16, which featured a lot of audio problems, and you either got annoyed by them and stopped watching, or just couldn't understand what I was saying, or both. I don't know. But either way, here's just a slight recap of what I reviewed this past week on episode 16. The first film I reviewed was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Tremendous Potter film, probably the best, tied with Order of the Phoenix. I love how the stories of the lightheartedness of the teen awkwardness and the darkness of the building stories just went together so well but did not clash in any way. It was a perfect combination, a near perfect film, great performances by the three leads and the supporting crew as always. Just another tremendous Potter film, and I look forward to the next one. After that, I reviewed The Hurt Locker, which I gave the perfect 5 out of 5. The most poignant war film since Saving Private Ryan and the best war film since Jarhead. This was just unbelievable. Just a realistic storytelling within its characters. They let the characters tell the story and don't insult our intelligence. It's not another war is bad and people die film, and Jeremy Renner gives an Oscar-worthy performance without a shadow of a doubt in my mind. The next film I reviewed was called Cherie, and it starred Michelle Pfeiffer in a period piece very similar to another period piece that she did 21 years ago called Dangerous Liaisons, and it's from the same makers of that film. This film just lacked the attitude that that film had greatly. Despite its interesting characters and good performances by Pfeiffer, Rupert Friend, and Kathy Bates, I could not recommend the film. It lacked too much, 2.5 stars out of 5. The next film I reviewed was called I Hate Valentine's Day, and it was the second romantic comedy this year from Nia Vardalos, who, of course, most famous for My Big Fat Greek Wedding, which she starred, wrote, and directed. Now, earlier this year, she did a film called My Life in Ruins. Actually, just over a month ago. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. This sucked, 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 sucked. And she was reunited with John Corbett. And I said when I reviewed My Life in Ruins, why doesn't she write and direct a movie like she did with My Big Fat Greek Wedding? She wrote and directed this. It stunk. It stunk. Not quite as bad as My Life in Ruins. But again, that's like saying the napkins were good at a bad restaurant. So if My Life in Ruins was a skunk, then I Hate Valentine's Day was a Dutch oven. Okay, next up, last movie I reviewed was Blood, The Last Vampire, a wonderful adventure entertainer involving a vampire slayer who's somewhat of a vampire herself, played by Gianna Jun, a model slash actress from Korea, who I loved in 2001's My Sassy Girl. Is just tremendous here. I wish she would act more. She's really got a great presence on screen, and she can actually act unlike most models who turn into actresses. She's wonderful here. She's like a female Blade, but really with a nice subtleness and innocence to her. I love the film. I was entertained the whole way through. I gave it 4 stars out of 5. And that was all the movies I reviewed this past week, and I will be back next week with more reviews. But before I get into that, I want to say this to all of you while I have the chance. I would really love some more support. I would love that if you commented on the videos. Give me your feedback. I will respond. Speaking of feedback, join my Facebook group. Bill Chase in the Movies, just like it says right up in the title of the video here. That's how it's exactly spelled. Search for it on Facebook. You'll find it. You can talk movies with me, ask me any questions. I'll answer them gladly. Just anything that's on your mind. Yeah, I'll even sometimes answer them not only on the Facebook group, but maybe even on the show if I do another mailbag segment. Other than that, yes, I will be back next week with more reviews, including The Ugly Truth with Gerard Butler and Katherine Heigl, new romantic comedy, and G-Force, a new kids film with Zach Galifianakis, of all people, from The Hangover, so a complete 180 for him. Also, the new horror film Orphan, which looks very interesting, almost like The Omen with a girl, but we shall see about that. 500 Days of Summer, the new wonderful indie flick, from what I understand anyway, called with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zoe Deschanel. Just looks good to me because I love her and I think he's a good actor. So I have deep anticipation for this film. I'm seeing it later this weekend. Wow. Also reviewing is a film called Julia, not the one coming out with Meryl Streep and Amy Adams. This one is just called Julia and it stars Tilda Swinton, Oscar winner Tilda Swinton. And also Dead Snow, a new campy horror film, which should be very interesting. But that is it for this week. Sorry again for the audio problems for any of you who did see it, and hopefully not many of you did. But next week things will be back in order. And until then, this is Bill Chase saying I will be at the movies. Goodbye, everybody.